Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. Just wanted to do a video just talking about where we're at right now and what I'm seeing and how I'm viewing things from a broad standpoint, from an overview. Just looking at it, I stepped away from some of this stuff a while back, just kind of gave my mind a break and I didn't really plug back into the world, but I just took a step back from some stuff and just took some time off, I guess, is the best way to put it. But just looking at things just from a broad overview from 4 years ago to now, it's mind-boggling to me that there are Christians, and I call myself a Christian, and I very much, there's certain things I believe that line up with the Christian, with the gospel, and from my own experience, because a relationship with God, a relationship with Jesus Christ is it's a personal thing. It's a personal relationship. He is a personal creator. And throughout my entire life, what I've experienced on a subjective level is just that. God reaching out to me, me reaching back out to Him. Just the entirety has been a very much a real relationship with what I've come to know as Jesus Christ. That's who that is for me. So I know a lot of people, there's a lot of different belief systems out there and all of that, but for me, that's what I believe. And I think when you look at the Bible, when you look at Revelations, and you look at what's happening right now in the world, and like I said, for me, 4 years ago was when I really woke up to some stuff. I woke up to Mandela Effect. I woke up to some of the flat earth stuff, a lot of the conspiracy stuff. I had already followed some of the Illuminati type, the fact that the world's being run by Luciferians. A lot of that I already subscribed to, But just looking at the whole thing, the last 4 years, let's look at what happened. Look at what has happened over the course of those 4 years. And if you cannot see it as a Christian, you cannot see what has happened with the governments of the world, how they've just taken their authority, the authority that they've been given by the people, and just ran with it completely off the deep end. And that's all there. You take a look at what's happening with lockdowns. You take a look at what's happening with these mandates on certain things that you may or may not have injected. You look at this stuff, and there's no way it's not tied to a biblical prophetic meaning. There's definitely something to it. I think in Australia they were rounding up, well, I say rounding up, but 24,000 kids were being prepared to be vaccinated. That was the headline. I think it's either this coming week or it might have been this past week, but 24,000 kids, and the parents were not going to be allowed to go. That was the headline. How do we look at that and say, no, it's nothing biblical is happening right now. None of this is tied to a prophetic ending or anything like that. And let me make it clear, I'm not saying that the shot is the mark of the beast or anything like that. I'm not going to go out on that limb, but you do your own research, and you look into things. You by all means read what you can. Just gather up as much information as you can. You make your own decision with regards to that. But if you take the entirety of these 4 years and you bottle it up and you take it back to someone, let's say in 2016, you take it back to that person and you lay it out in front of them. As a Christian, you could look at that and you could say, wow, this is biblical. This is definitely something biblical. But the fact that we have been in it, and I say we as a collective body of Christ, just the fact that Christians have been in it the entire time, you don't see it that way. We don't see it as like, hey, this is crazy that the Pentagon just released, information stating that they've been monitoring these UFOs and they don't have any idea what they are, but they're real. That type of information being leaked out, or it's a controlled leak, obviously, but the fact that it's out there and it's being confirmed, it's kind of a soft disclosure about things. That plus what's going on in the world with certain viruses, what you see happening with the globalist agendas. You could take all of that as a whole and bottle it up, bring it back to someone in 2016 and say, hey, here it is. Here's what's going to happen over the next 5 years. And they would say, yes, this is a biblical prophetic event. This is an unfolding of prophecy. But the fact that we've been in it, we've been in the pot boiling the whole time, we have no idea that that's what's happening. And I think that's the biggest, that's the most frustrating thing for me, because I could be talking to, family members, I could be talking to someone that's a fellow Christian and lay this stuff out and say, hey, look at this, look at this, look at this. And it doesn't register. It's like, no, that's not how it's going to happen. That's not what's going to take place. That has nothing to do with it. It's mind-boggling that we have that mentality, that we just, that, I can't remember if I made a video about it or not, but years ago I had a dream, and this was right around the time I woke up to this stuff in 2017, and I thought I made a video about it. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't remember, honestly. But in that dream, we were all at a kind of like a wedding banquet or some sort of, it was a long table, and there were these people sitting at the table, and I was one of the people sitting there, and we were waiting on the guest of honor, whoever, and I've interpreted the dream as waiting on Christ to return, but we were waiting there for this very important person to arrive, and a lot of people at the table were just like falling asleep. They were like sitting there, they were waiting, they were kind of dozing off, and I'm looking around at them and I'm thinking, hey, wake up. What are you doing? You're about to fall asleep and fall over, knock over some of your plates and stuff that you got sitting out there waiting on the feast or the banquet or whatever. And all of a sudden at the door to this big hallway, this, what I can only describe as a demon, this demonic creature, looked like, something out of Alien or, something like that, basically comes into the room, sees the people falling asleep, and basically walks up behind them. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the guy, like the alien, like, hey, to the person falling asleep, like yelling at them, like, hey, wake up, there's something behind you, something, about to eat you. And it basically starts like slashing these people, knocking them over, knocking them out the chairs, going around, just tearing them apart. And all I can do is sit there and just yell at everybody at the table that's falling asleep. Now, there are some people that are awake and that are doing the same thing. They're yelling, wake up, wake up, wake up. And for some reason, and I don't remember like being able to even get up out of the chair. Like, I just remember just sitting there, like unable to move out of the chair, but being able to like cry out to the other people that were seated at the table, trying to get them to wake up. But this creature, and I think there were multiples that came in afterwards, after the first one when he arrived. But they were basically, anybody that was asleep was basically fair game. They were food. But I woke up from the dream. I don't know how it ended, but there's definitely some parallels there. That's definitely what is happening right now in the world. So anyway, guys, I just, this is more, I guess, like therapy for me. I used to do this a lot, just on my drive home from work. Just would kind of put down some thoughts and just what I'm thinking, what I'm seeing, and that kind of thing. And I think I'm just going to start doing this more, because it is, like I said, it's therapy for me, to be able to talk about this stuff and just get my thoughts out there, and then go back and listen to it, because I do that sometimes. I've actually done that a lot lately, just going back and listening to my thoughts from the past. But anyway, just want to put that out there for you guys. Let me know what you think, if I'm on base, off base, completely out in left field somewhere. But it's just, like I said, it's just looking at the totality of it, the last 4 years, and being able to put some perspective on it and say, hey, this is, if you add all of this up together, it means something. It is definitely something prophetic in there. So anyway, take care, guys. God bless. Be looking forward to making some more videos.